Hey. Hello, hello. All right, for the sake of the replay or any of you watching me on replay, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I don't think anyone is on right now. But my question for you, my very important question for you guys is, do you need to grow a pair? Do you need to grow some, you know, that's kind of my sign for testicles, balls. Do you need to grow a pair? And some of you may be thinking, what is she talking about? Why is she saying that? Why is she talking like that? Because sometimes that's how you have to phrase certain things. That sometimes the bigger message, it warrants that right there. So what I am talking about, I'm talking to content creators. I'm talking to online business owners. I'm talking to online coaches, digital marketers, web designers, anyone who either already has an online business or you are looking to grow an online business and you are so afraid, however, you are so afraid of what other people think. And those other people may be your friends, they may be your family, they may be your coworkers, they could be anyone. But you're so afraid of what they think or what they may think. Like if they see you online, if they see your content online, if they see you in a different way than what they're used to seeing you, if they see you speaking differently, if they see you doing something differently than what they're accustomed to, than what their perception of you is, you're so afraid of what that could mean. And I'm here to tell you, like, consider this a sign. If you need a sign, if you need permission, here it is. I want you to really think about what you want. What do you want? Now, I know there's certain things you say you want. Some of you say you want to be a content creator. Some of you say you want to have a successful, thriving YouTube channel. Some of you say you want to be a successful coach or consultant or strategist or advisor or fill in the blank, some type of service provider, some type of role that provides impact in that helps people and makes a difference, particularly online. Some of y'all say a lot of stuff, just as I've been guilty as well. You say things, but then your actions are not aligning with what you're saying. And so I want you to think about, really think about what you want and how much really do you want it? Because if you determine you want something no matter what, if you determine that you want something so badly that it's almost like that 50 Cent saying, which I think actually is the title of one of his songs and one of his books, get rich or die trying. If you decide that whatever it is, and it could be getting rich, but maybe it's bigger than just getting rich. Whatever it is, if you decide that you're going to do it or die trying, well, then please stop letting what people think, and especially insignificant people, please stop allowing that to stop you. Stop allowing that to stop you. Now, I'm not saying your family and your closest friends are insignificant. I understand that it may be difficult if the person you're worried about is your spouse or is your mate. Maybe it's your mother or your father. Maybe it's a sibling. Maybe it's a best friend. But even those people, Even the people closest to us, even the people we love and who love us, they cannot live our lives for us. Only we can do that. And depending on who those people are, unless they are actually in your household, unless we are talking about a mate, or you live with your parents and your parents are supporting you, if that's not the case, well then those people are not supporting you. They're not paying your bills. They don't determine who, or they should not determine who you get to become. I just I want y'all to really think about that. I want you to marinate on that, because there's somebody out there. I know there is, because I have seen it. I have experienced it. There's somebody out there that is allowing someone else to hold them back. When there's something you've been wanting to do for the longest, or maybe you have started doing it. Again, maybe you have started the business. Maybe you have started the online boutique. Maybe you started doing ads for people. Maybe you started managing social media. Whatever it is, maybe you started coaching online, but you're so concerned about other people finding out, or other people seeing, and what are they going to think, and or what if I fail, what if I don't do all these wonderful grandiose things, and I look back, like all this crap. And that's what it is. All this crap is in your mind, and it's allowing you, it's keeping you from moving forward. It's keeping you from doing what you really want to do, and probably what you've been called to do. Think about that too, especially those of you of faith. Are you really going to let some BS keep you from your calling? Really? Like, do you just think you have all the time in the world? We don't. Even if you live to be 85, 90, 100 or older, and that's not impossible. I mean, there are definitely people, and there are more people these days living to be those ages. But here's the thing, it goes by so fast. It goes by really fast. I had a guy say that probably about 10 to 11 years ago. This was really early in my entrepreneurial journey. I think I had been off my job, my corporate job, for about a year and a half or so. And I attended this business conference hosted by George Fraser. It's called the Power Networking Conference. And if you don't know who George Fraser is, you should look him up. He's a coach, he's an author, he's a business owner, he's a mentor, he's a dynamo essentially. But I will never forget him speaking at this conference. And at that time, he was like 73 or 74 or early 70s. So he's obviously older now. And at least to my knowledge, George Fraser is still alive. But even then, he was in his early 70s. And he said, I stand here before you, being 73, 74, whatever the exact age was. And he said, but you know what? It has gone by so fast. I mean, think about that. And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you are in your 40s, like me. Maybe you're early 50s. Maybe you're in your 60s. Some of you are in your 30s, but you're realizing how quickly you got to be in your 30s. And 30s is very much young. 40s is very much young. I mean, I have a problem. Even, well, I'm not going to say I have a problem. I don't call a lot of people old, just because, as I said before, I mean, a number of people are living longer. 60 doesn't look the way it used to. 70 doesn't look the way it used to. But obviously, when you get in your, especially your 60s, your 70s, even like late 50s, it's not your 40s. It's not your 40s. It's not your 30s. You don't necessarily feel the way you felt when you were in your 30s, when you were in your 20s. And the bottom line is time goes by so fast. Like 10 years goes like that. 5 years really goes like that. So my point in that regard is even if you have another 30 years, 40 years, 50 years plus, it's going to go by quickly. You don't have time. We don't have time to spend worrying about what other people think, especially insignificant people. Some people who we barely know, some people who we will never know, some people who couldn't give a damn about us. And if you are really honest, you don't really give a damn about them either. You're just worried about superficial stuff. Like a lot of people are worried about what strangers think on social media or on the internet just because it's a vanity thing. You don't want to appear as a failure. You don't want people talking about you. You don't want to appear as if you don't have it all together. You know what? A lot of people don't have it all together. The people who really look like they have it all together, your favorite leader, your favorite coach, your favorite guru, your favorite shark from Shark Tank, your favorite actor, actress, fill in the blank. They don't have it all together. At least not all the time. Absolutely not. I'm someone who's been in business now 11 years. I spent 15 years, over 15 years in corporate America. I've had leadership roles. I've made really good money. I don't have it all together, but I'm still here. I'm going to continue to be here. And so my biggest message to you is to stop allowing other people to hold you back, especially online. If you want to start or grow a YouTube channel, do it. If you want to start or grow a coaching business, do it. If you want to start or grow a blog, do it. And if you want that blog to be about something that you are concerned about what other people think, maybe you want your blog to be about sex toys. But if you really feel strongly about sex toys and you believe there is a market for sex toys, then do it. Just do what you want to do. The only someone you should be concerned about ultimately in answer to is, if you're a person of faith, that is God. Now, if you feel God is leading you in a different direction, if you think God is not leading you to do certain things, hey, I have nothing to say. But if God haven't told you not to do something that you feel led to do or something that you do want to do, I think that's more important. I think God's say and God's opinion and God's direction is more important than your coworker or the strangers on Instagram or the strangers on YouTube that you're afraid of. Like, really. So that's it for me. If you are someone who has expertise, and when I say expertise, I'm not only talking about credentialed expertise or formal or traditional expertise. You know, obviously, if you are a PhD, you probably have some expertise. If you've been an educator, for 10, 15 plus years, you have some expertise. If you've mastered something, if you are a leader in whatever area, maybe uh, business, tech, healthcare, those kind of things almost goes without saying that you have accomplished a certain level of expertise. I'm also talking about people who often discount their expertise. They don't see themselves as experts. I'm talking about stay-at-home moms. I'm talking about stay-at-home wives. Maybe you're not a mom, maybe you are a wife, but you have some expertise about something. Maybe you've worked at the post office for 25 years. Maybe you've been in the military for a long time. Maybe you are a boy mom. You have 3 sons, you have 4 sons, you have 5 sons, and your boys are good boys. They're educated, they're successful, they treat people really well, they have provided a contribution to society. Maybe you're a really, really good cook, like you can cook your butt off. I'm naming things that a lot of people take for granted. A lot of people don't think it's really important. A lot of people tend to just think, oh, that's just something I do. They put just in front of it. Oh, I'm just a mom. Oh, I'm just a postal worker. I'm just a secretary. But a lot of times, working in those roles, and especially over a long period of time, you develop some important skills. Maybe you're really, really good at organizing. Maybe you are really, really empathetic and you really know how to interact and deal with people. Maybe you know how to manage people. Maybe you know how to manage schedules. Maybe you have mastered project management. There are a number of things where you may have achieved a level of expertise. If that is you and you want to monetize that, you want to find out more about how to monetize that, then drop expert in the comments. Drop expert in the comments to find out more about the expertise to earnings package, expertise to earnings. Again, you want to find out more about that, drop expert or expertise, either word, drop that in the comments. If you are not already subscribed, I invite you to do so, especially if you are looking to turn your skills, your expertise, and your imperfections into assets. Mhm. All right. I don't see any questions at this time. So until next time, this is Rachel Thibodeau, and you are watching Brand Sale Profit on YouTube. If this gets shared to you, that's where it happened originally. And again, I invite you to check out the channel. And if this resonates, by all means, subscribe. All right, until next time, take care and take some action.